So we just shot a giant buck here in South Dakota.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be heading out to Maryland to hunt some whitetails. We're going to go out and meet up with Brad and Alicia Shank that live in Pennsylvania, and we'll be staying with them. Sounds a little confusing, but Brad only lives about 5 minutes from the Maryland border, and he has some property in Maryland that we can hunt. When he invited Cody Dumas and myself out to hunt, we didn't hesitate to jump at the chance. We knew it was about a 13-hour drive, so we left at about 10 o'clock Central Standard Time so that we'd be out there midday on Wednesday so that we could hunt Wednesday afternoon. Now, from the get-go, when we started planning this hunt, weather played a factor, and we're just going to let the footage show exactly what I'm talking about in that. Enjoy the show. So the idea for this hunt in Maryland all stemmed from a conversation between Brad and I that was about shooting velvet bucks. Here in Wisconsin, we don't get a chance to because our season starts late enough that 99% of the bucks have already shed their velvet, so it's pretty much not going to happen here in Wisconsin. However, in Maryland, their season starts earlier, and for the first couple of weeks, you have a good chance of shooting a velvet buck. So when Brad asked if Cody and I wanted to come out there for an archery hunt and have a crack at a velvet buck, this guy was all over it because a velvet buck is on my bucket list, trust me. And so Cody and I planned this all out with Brad. We're a couple of days away from leaving, and Mother Nature decides to throw a little curveball at us by putting a hurricane down coming up from the south of Florida, and it's going to run up the entire East Coast. So now Brad and I are on the phone, we're talking to each other, we're watching the weather, we're trying to figure out how it's going to affect us, if it's going to affect us. And truth be told, by the time everything ended out, it looked like it was going to rain every day that we were going to be out there, so we canceled the trip. We rescheduled the trip for like the third week in October, which would now put us into an archery overlapping with the muzzleloader season, which that was all right because it gave us a few more options on what to do. So Cody and I pack up. We start heading out, or we're going to get ready to head out to Maryland, and we look at the weather, and Mother Nature decides to go into full swing. We were going to have temperatures anywhere from the mid to upper 30s all the way up to the mid 80s. So we had to pack everything from our heater bodysuits all the way to our shorts. So Cody and I packed up, and we head out there, and the first afternoon was a beautiful afternoon, you know, seeing some deer. The next morning we get up and we're out there, and it's a nice cool morning, and you know, we're seeing some deer. But then the temperature, that day, the temperature already got up close to 80, and we knew this was really going to subdue the deer movement. So, I mean, we were out there hunting hard. Because we weren't seeing a lot, we decided to switch more to our muzzle loaders just to give us a little more range. And throughout the whole hunt, a friend of ours out there, Joy Hess, got 2 doe, and Brad also ended up, you know, harvesting a fine doe. And Cody and I just seemed to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I did manage to take out a coyote, and that, to me, any hunt I'm on, if I see a coyote, it turns into a coyote hunt. And I wasn't going to let him leave the field, and as you'll see in the footage, yeah, he didn't leave the field.
Well, good afternoon. We're here in Pennsylvania hunting this afternoon. It's October 18th. Cody Domes and myself came down to visit fellow staffer Brad Shank and his wife Alicia. And I'm set up in a spot. There's a cornfield directly in front of me. There's a big field out behind me. There's a woods off to my right. We're sitting on kind of a point here. There's a creek bed off here to my left. We know there's a decent 10 and a nice 8 hanging around in here, and multiple does. Tomorrow the muzzleloader season starts, so we'll be carrying both weapons. Right now we're just sitting with the bow, so it's a little after 4 o'clock. We got beautiful weather. It's about 70 degrees. It's supposed to cool down to about 48 or so tonight. Weather conditions are perfect. We just got a light breeze. So we're going to sit back, quiet down, put our natural camo roll-on face paint on so that the deer can't see us, along with our trees and camo. And we're going to shoot ourselves some deer. Hang on. It's going to be fun.
It's October 19th. It's opening day of Maryland muzzleloader season. It's about 38 degrees out. Nice and cool for once. Looks like it's going to be a sunny day. Hoping to get some movement here this morning. Stay tuned.
Hunt like native. This segment brought to you by Native Ground Blinds. Quiet operation because there are no zippers or Velcro. Use our code BTADWI to get free merchandise when you order your blind. Hunt like a native. Lightning camera arms. Carbon Synergy. Beat them scentless. Badlands backpacks. And lacrosse footwear.
Hi, it's Brad with Boot-Trac Adventures. It's the first day of Maryland muzzleloader season, October 18th. It's about 70 degrees out. We're out for the evening sit. Stay tuned. Let's see what happens.
Well, it's Thursday afternoon. We're here in Maryland doing some whitetail bull hunting. It is also, again, the opening day of muzzleloader season, so we have to wear orange. But I'm still gonna see if I can get one on my bow. Temperatures are, say, around 70 degrees, so it is a little bit warm. There's a slight breeze, but hopefully this evening it'll cool down and get the deer moving and we can get something down for you guys. Stay tuned. You're watching Boot-Trac Adventures. Well, it's our third day out here in Maryland. We had a little bit of action at the properties we've been going to before. Today we decided to switch it up a little bit and we came to this other property this evening, and there's been a lot of deer on the cameras out here, so we're hoping this is going to be a good spot for this evening sit, and hopefully we can get something for you guys on camera today. There's a nice little breeze, which is nice. It doesn't make things too hot, but once that sun starts to set, it gets cool out here fast, so that usually gets the deer moving. So hopefully this evening we'll get something for you guys, so stay tuned because you're watching Boot-Trac Adventures. Hey everyone, we're here in Maryland. It's October 19th, it's the afternoon, and we've been out here for a couple of hours. It's a beautiful day, it's about 73 degrees. We're here visiting Brad Shank and his wife Alicia. Cody Domes came with me. And Cody and Brad are up over the hill here to my right, and Brad's cousin Joey and myself are sitting down here along this creek line. The creek is to the left of me. Right straight in front of me is a huge cornfield, and then I have a hill and an open field with grasses and clovers and stuff in it behind us. These deer like to travel. They bed down here to our left. They like to come out to also bed in the cornfield, but they feed out this way and head out and usually go over the hill or to the other cornfield. We went out this morning. It was a beautiful morning. It was 38 degrees, calm. But we didn't, and the other guys had quite a bit of action. I got one glimpse of a doe this morning, that was it. So I'm hoping for a little bit more action tonight. So we're going to sit back, let things develop, and hopefully the deer are hungry and they decide to come out and pay us a visit. We know there's a couple of decent bucks in here, so we're hoping they make a show, at least by one of the guys. So hopefully we've got something to show tonight.
If you're looking for a place to go in Ontario with wonderful accommodations, a sandy beach to dig your toes in, or awesome bass and walleye fishing, Dog Lake Resort, just northwest of Thunder Bay, is the place for you. You can also choose to go with Black Bear Adventures and chase that black bear of a lifetime. Bonfires and beautiful sunsets are the norm here.
The Tree Stand Buddy takes the stress out of choosing your location. The quick attach slide mount system let you hang multiple tree brackets so you're never stuck with bad wind. The Tree Stand Buddy is the fastest, easiest, and safest way ever to hang your stand. It's rock solid, sturdy, and quiet, allowing you to have one stand for multiple locations. That saves time, money, and gives you the advantage over your game. Go to treestandbuddy.com and get yours today.
This segment brought to you by Vortex, the force of optics. Boning Archery Supply. Darton Archery, quality compound and crossbows. Rexpid Broadheads, strong and dependable, nothing flies faster. Pete Shoe Dryer, we invented dry. Dog Lake Resort, located in Thunder Bay, Ontario. For the family vacation or for the sportsman who wants to fish or hunt, contact Dog Lake Resort. And by Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands. This allows you to use one hang-on tree stand in multiple locations quickly, easily, and safely. Check out Tree Stand Buddy today.
Good morning. It's October 20th. We're still hunting in Maryland. We got another beautiful morning. It's probably around 55 degrees, something like that. Very calm. Last night, Brad's cousin shot two doe. We had one dropped right away. The other one we had to track. It took a little bit, but we finally found it. So it was a short night in bed again. We came out this morning. Cody got sick, so he stayed back, and Brad and I came out. Brad's sitting on the opposite end of the field here, and he just shot about 10 minutes ago. I'm pretty sure he got a doe. And I haven't seen anything yet this morning. We're talking about maybe moving spots this afternoon. We'll see once what happens.
It's October 20th here in northern Maryland. It's a calm, cool morning, about 40 degrees out, sunny day. So we left this dogo for a little while this morning. We're going to get down and start tracking her here shortly. See what we find. She shouldn't be far. Stay tuned. There she is. No tracking necessary on this one. I can see her laying out in the field. Put her right there.
If you're looking for a place to go in Ontario with wonderful accommodations, a sandy beach to dig your toes in, or awesome bass and walleye fishing, Dog Lake Resort, just northwest of Thunder Bay, is the place for you. You can also choose to go with Black Bear Adventures and chase that black bear of a lifetime. Bonfires and beautiful sunsets are the norm here. This segment brought to you by Bow Dagger and Crossbow Dagger. We stand up for your bows. By Ghost Blind. Not seeing is believing. By Pro Hunter Sights and Accessories. And by It's Me Time Decals for You.
So this evening is our final sit out here in Maryland before we head back home, and we got this crazy idea that we're going to sit up on these hay bales that they had stacked up over here covering this field, and the deer seem to be coming out in this field frequently, and it seems to cover quite a bit of area. And Lee's down there by the stream, sitting up in a ladder stand that's on a tree edge down there by the stream to cover that part of the field, and I'm going to see if I can cover the other side over here. The deer seem to be coming out quite often, so in the mornings and in the evenings, and hopefully we can fill our tag on the last sit here before we head home and get some good action for you guys. So stay tuned, because you're watching Boot-Trac Adventures. Well, that's one less deer eater. Coyote down for Lee Schneider. Good job, buddy.
Well, we've run out of time to kill a deer here in Maryland. The good news is I got a chance to take out a coyote. I was sitting here and one came from my right, and this deer hunt soon turned into a coyote hunt. I never let one of those leave the field if I can. So we got one laying dead over there, and it's one less fawn killer and deer killer out there. So we did our part on that end. So I guess probably till next year when we're back here. So long, Maryland, and thanks for the hospitality.